Hi everyone, on the Mom Can't Cook main podcast feed, I'm Andy and I'm joined by Luke. Hi Luke.
Hello Andy, hi. What are we doing with an episode of our Patreon-supported Extra Helpings bonus podcast here in the main podcast feed? What's going on?
Well, this episode is us talking about a so weird episode called Banglebye, and it's so choice that we thought we would treat the main feed listeners who aren't members of the Extra Helpings Patreon to just a lovely episode of So Weird about a video game programmed by a retired magician that hypnotises children.
It's so good. This is probably maybe the hardest I've laughed ever recording any Mum Can't Cook media. I don't know, possibly. It got very, very giddy.
Yeah. So we're going to put this here for you to enjoy. If you are interested in joining the Patreon, it is patreon.com/extra helpings for lots more episodes like this one, including the one that went out today for those lucky patrons, which is part one. An hour-long part one of us talking about 23 minutes of children's television, where some kids go to a town where everyone is a bee.
You can't do an episode of television where everyone is a bee and expect a podcast recapping and dunking on it to be under 2 hours long.
Under 2 hours and 15 minutes long, yeah.
Yes. It's really good. Extra Helpings, the feed is really, really fun. So if you're not a member, why not hop on over that URL one more time? Is patreon.com/extra helpings. And just to say, in the middle of this main feed episode, there'll be a couple of ads, but there are, of course, no ads in the Patreon feed.
So if you want a taste of what is to come, here's Banglebye, a deeply strange and stupid 23 minutes of television.
Watch out for the pendulum.
It'll get you.
I'm a weird girl whose mom is a rock star. Lots of strange things happen when we're on tour. Moved in with Bigfoot. Brink fell into a wormhole. Now let's listen to the guys from Mom Can't Cook.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mum Can't Cook Extra Helpings, your Patreon-supported bonus podcast for Mum Can't Cook, a decom podcast. I am one of your hosts, Andy Farrant.
Salutations, Andrew. How pleasant to meet you.
Why are you talking like that? What are you doing?
Oh, pardon me. How rude. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Luke Westaway, and I suppose I'm the other host of this podcast, although it does sometimes feature bad language, so I'm afraid I must regretfully resign.
Why are you talking? Is this some kind of scam? You already have all of my money and my banking details. I don't see how this is gonna... What, are you playing a video game right now? I can hear the clicking.
Oh, this? Yes, it's the hottest new game. It's called...
It looks like Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree.
It's called Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. And since I started playing it, I've become such a good and polite boy.
Okay, really? Because that's sort of the opposite.
No,
when I play it, I swear and I get angry and I throw the controller around and stuff.
Oh my goodness, swearing and throwing? Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not at all what the Red Beast of Radagon would want.
Wait a minute, let me see this copy of Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. This isn't Shadow of the Erdtree at all.
What?
What you've got here, Luke, is a video game somehow programmed by a retired magician.
Okay, I don't want to do any more bits. I just want to say, why the hell did we think that we could do anything funnier than an episode of So Weird about a haunted video game programmed by a retired magician?
I'm sorry.
I'd like to apologise to the listeners that we did anything other than diving straight into the recap of an episode of So Weird about a brainwashing video game programmed by a magician.
Retired magician. Extremely elderly
long retired magician.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Right. Let's we're going to launch into it. We're at the exterior of Coolidge Junior High School. Molly is here to talk to a bunch of 7th graders and has brought 3 children, none of whom are hers, along with her.
This is too cool, says Clue. Professor Molly Phillips. We find out that Molly is here to give a talk to 7th graders.
Yeah.
About, I don't know, the dangers of cocaine or something.
Yeah. So Molly goes to talk to someone about, I don't know, the talk that she's going to give. The kids stand in the hall, the bell rings, and they watch the children all file into their classrooms in an orderly, but I wouldn't say like supernaturally orderly way.
Yeah.
Man, these kids are so quiet, says Bronk. Creepy quiet, says Jack.
They're all conservatively dressed. They've got all-American 1950s haircuts. We see a couple of kids bumping into each other. Not like the millennium kids you get now.
Yeah.
Annie examines a grade sheet and sees that every student in school is getting A+ on their tests.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes the grade useless, right? Because what's the point if everyone gets A+? It's functionally useless.
Exactly.
Grade.
Yeah. I think I may have just fallen into a time warp or something, says Clue. And then we get some Annie narration.
Have you ever heard about somebody being brainwashed? No, it doesn't involve soap and water. It's more like a kind of mind control, making people think and behave a certain way. I mean, I can understand how you'd want to change some people's brains. And wouldn't it be cool if you could make everyone behave just the way you wanted them to? But it is kind of scary to think about. Maybe you'd gain something. But I wonder, what would you lose?
What you don't see during this is, as Luke says, every student in class is receiving an A+. She looks in the window of a classroom and the teacher has 30 apples on his desk. It's good.
So...
The teacher likes this, I guess.
the teacher's
yes, free apples.
The teacher's thing is to be inundated with apples.
Yeah, he will later resell those apples.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all profit because he got them for free.
It's all profit.
Yeah.
And everyone he sells an apple to, he tells them that it's all profit. He says, the money you just gave me for that apple, guess what, sucker? It's all profit because
You're probably thinking a percentage of that money is going to have to go to buy new apples. Well, guess what? I get a bumper crop every day on my desk from the brainwashed students.
For free.
For free. Yeah. Okay. Once you know what's going on in this town, if I were a teacher and this were happening, I'd think something very strange is going on. But apparently no one in town thinks that.
I guess I would worry about my students. Or maybe I wouldn't if they were all doing their homework and all being very well behaved and stuff. Yeah. And all getting A+ on the big test or whatever.
But yeah, brainwashing. Brainwashing. That's what this is about, says Annie.
Brainwashing. It's all about brainwashing. We see the Molly Phillips tour bus pull up to Janet's bed and breakfast. There is some music playing here that I don't recognise, and I have a nasty feeling that they're starting to seed the musical idea of another Molly Phillips song so soon. It's quite distinctive. I think it's going to turn out to be a Molly Phillips song. It's definitely not like an instrumental version of Voodoo.
No. Does it feel like it would have a sweet fife line on top of it?
I've never listened to anything and thought this would benefit from a fife.
This would whip ass with a fife solo.
It's missing something. It's missing a fife.
So the eponymous Janet comes out to greet them. You must be the Phillips Bell party, she says. Come on in and I'll show you your rooms. She leads the adults inside, but the boys stay outside. Bronk immediately sits down on a bench and unpacks his guitar and starts playing like a dick.
So Jack and Clue are asked to join a game of soccer by some neighbourhood kids who are playing on like a nearby green. All the kids are dressed like extras in that movie Office Space. They've got like grey slacks and
polo
haircuts. So they start to play. Clue has the ball, and he is very surprised when he's able to very easily get past the kids, because when the kids find out that Clue wants to get past him with the ball, they say, "Oh, excuse me," and move
they
out
politely
the way.
get out of his way. He kicks a goal, and the boy says, "Great shot," and the others all agree, "Excellent, very nice."
But then they all have to go because they say it's 5:30. We've got to go and do chores, and they all sort of drift away back to their homes. Baffled, Clue notices some creepy rando elderly couple giving him evils from a nearby garden. And they decide to leave because that's bad.
Jack and Clue scatter. We cut to Molly and Irene being given a tour of the B&B.
Yeah.
The breakfast room is shown. There's some sort of weak comedy about how Irene likes to sleep late.
It's actually annoying though, because I'm on Janet's side here. She's operating clearly a very small B&B. It's just a few rooms, and she says, I think she says like breakfast is from 7.
It's available from 6, she says.
So breakfast available from 6, and Molly's like, we're more like 8 p.m. And Irene's like, can you do 9?
8 a.m.
Oh yeah, sorry. And,
we have breakfast at 8 p.m.
Molly would. But they're like 8 a.m. and Irene's like, could you do 9? And it's like, what time is Janet making breakfast
just
then?
Tell me what time breakfast is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
because Irene's like,
actually, do you still serve at 9? And everyone laughs.
Yeah.
But no one
If I was
decides
Janet, I'd be like,
that
I'm
that's
not
when
cooking
breakfast is.
not cooking 2 rounds of breakfast.
Yeah.
This is the time. Breakfast is if you say breakfast is from 6, it means be down here at 6 and I'll give you your breakfast.
I'll give you your breakfast.
As per the deal in a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, or you can tell me that you'll all be here at 8, and because you're the only people staying here,
Yeah.
I will make breakfast at 8. Don't say
then I'll be
he'll
here
have
at
his
7,
breakfast at
cooked
6.
so that it's ready at 8. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll have her breakfast at 7:30. Irene will be down here at 9. No, off.
Yeah, exactly.
When's breakfast?
Yeah, it really annoyed me. I'm really on Janet's side. You can't come down later than everyone else.
Yeah.
I'll just make Irene's special sleep-in breakfast for sleepy Irene. So, but Janet's house is like charming and suburban. The tour finishes in the living room where a young boy called Kenny is glued to a TV set with a PlayStation 1 controller in his hands.
He's playing a video game that is presumably running on the original PlayStation.
Yes.
Did you finish your homework? Asks Janet. Yes, Mum. I left it on your desk for you to look at. I hope you're happy with it, he says. Molly spots a model plane in the room. He used to build them, says Janet. Why not take one outside and show our guests how it works? I've written awful. This is why I would never stay in a bed and breakfast.
In a B&B.
Yeah. You imagine you're like, oh man, I've been driving all day. I've got to the B&B.
Yeah, I just want to have a shower, have a nap, find somewhere to eat. Yeah. That's the only interaction I want. What time is breakfast? Do you know somewhere good to eat?
My son will take you outside and show you how his model planes work. No, thanks. I don't know your son. I don't want to get to know your son. I want to go out into town and find something to eat and then go to sleep. I've been driving all day.
Well, Kenny, I'll assume we'll all keep in touch. Yes. We've become fast friends during my time here.
Kenny, why don't you take Andrew up to your room and show him your Panini sticker albums? You know what? I'm fine, actually, Kenny. Thanks. I'm not interested in seeing those.
No. It's
or
no
indeed
bother.
in getting to know you, a 10-year-old boy called Kenny.
But anyway, luckily they're all spared this because Kenny says, those planes are awfully noisy, Mum. They might disturb others in the neighbourhood. And Kenny's mother is like, oh, he's such a nice boy, but also something weird is going on with him. And as the adults leave, we see Kenny's eyes are those black and white spinning discs you get from like a sort of very...
The opening titles to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. And we get to hear some audio from the game he's playing.
You're almost there. Now you must get past the pendulum. The pendulum. The pendulum.
We don't see the game.
No.
We never see the game.
We never see the game.
Obviously, because they'd
It's
have
so...
to decide
I
what the
can't
game
get
is.
over the fact that they've decided to do a video game episode and never show you the game.
Not only do they never show you the game, it's like they've never asked anyone, like, what's a video game like?
Yeah.
What's a typical thing you might do in a video game? You don't even get, like... I would expect it to be, okay, it's so weird. It's written by grown-ups. They're trying to do a commentary on the craze of home consoles or whatever. So it's probably not going to be super well informed. It's going to be a bit like Satanic Panic or whatever. But I would expect it to be kind of like, oh, an extra life, level 1, level 2. You'd expect there to be some video game terminology thrown around or something.
Or just the idea that this video game is the sort of shaky narration from an elderly man talking about pendulums. That's probably what it's like.
It could be a very, very slow and difficult FMV game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that audio from like a sort of off-brand Myst or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's just, I don't think this... I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this episode. I think it's brilliant.
Yes.
But I don't think it should have made it out of the concept stage if they couldn't show you the video game.
I know. And it's just so frustrating, isn't it? Because you're like, a so weird episode about a brainwashing video game? I can't wait to see this video game. The only thing you ever see of this video game is the box art. And it's the worst box art conceivable.
Worst box art in the world. It can't have been beyond the capabilities of the Fortune 500 company Disney to animate a pixelated spinning black and white disc, and that's the game.
Bearing in mind that Disney at this point in the year 2000 has over a decade of experience with like licensed video games.
Yeah.
Studios that it can like turn to in a heartbeat to sort of whip up a licensed Lion King or Aladdin or whatever.
You wouldn't even need that. You need someone with a computer.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes.
Yeah, do you just like a sort of little rotating black and white sprite? Because it doesn't...
In Microsoft Paint, you could do this.
There doesn't need to be a game does there, because it's brainwashing. As soon as you start it, you get brainwashed. So there's not actually any gameplay involved, is there? It's not like
you could show the title screen and it could be a hypnotism thing.
Yeah.
You could show the tiniest animation of a. Oh yeah, I guess Disney didn't have access to any animators though.
Oh, that's
so
annoying.
they couldn't. Yeah, that's the problem,
All
isn't it? There's no animators.
It's like Banglebye. Press start.
Yeah.
Someone presses start and it dissolves into brainwashing spirals. That's all you need. Get a little bit of chiptune under it. Bam. Charming. Iconic. I probably would get a tattoo of it, but no.
The fact they could not be asked
I know.
to even do that, it would have been the work of a few hours.
The thing that gets me as well
annoying.
is that this must have been killing all the kids
Yeah, right.
involved in the show. Like Eric Von Detten, Patrick Levis.
He's a gamer to the core. You can't tell me Eric
know
Von
it.
Detten isn't a gamer to the core.
You're telling me that Brink himself isn't proficient?
Doesn't kick back with a Game Boy Advance and a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh man, yeah, doesn't sort of slam in a few rounds of Wave Race or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. You know he's carrying a GameCube around by the carry handle.
You know he's playing aggressive inline on his GameCube like I did.
You know he's like me.
In a limp effort to convince my friends it was as good as Tony Hawk.
I've got Dave Mirror BMX. It's the same.
Get him, fellas.
Beat his ass. So outside the house, Clue has forgotten everything that just happened and is now spinning his goal as a great soccer victory, enabled by his intimidation. Molly and Irene come out. They say there's been a mix-up. They asked for 5 bedrooms, but they don't have enough. Would you guys mind sleeping on the bus? Say Jack and Clue, and then start sniggering like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Why doesn't everyone sleep on the bus?
Yeah.
Isn't that the function of the bus, the tour bus?
Don't they all have bedrooms on the bus?
They do, right? Like, they do. I mean, we've seen... It's a while since we've seen, like, Fee's room on the bus, but there are lots of rooms on the bus.
Yeah.
Like,
well, okay, presumably...
why by default are you shelling out for rooms? Like,
I think maybe it's
room
like...
for everyone, right?
No, I think there is. And I think the thing is, like, you don't want to just park up in a lay-by because then, like, murderers will get you.
Sure, or Bigfoot. Yeah.
Or Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
So, here they're like, oh, it's parked in a safe place behind a B&B. That's kind of...
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. And
I mean, if
breakfast.
you're driving through the night, fine, people will, like, sleep on the bus, but it's, like, it's nicer to be in a hotel.
Yeah, okay. But
I think it's probably the murder thing.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Anyway. So, Clue and Jack, though, they're super excited to sleep on the bus, which they have done every night of their young lives.
Rent-a-flick money, says Clue, rubbing his fingers together. Irene gives him $5, and he's like, whee! Yippee! This is like a college student who presumably has multiple $1,000s of student loans and his own spending money.
Yeah.
He's an adult. This is an adult man.
Yeah, functionally adult, yeah. So they're so hyped to rent a movie and be on a bus. Bronk, who is ambiently playing guitar still,
like
notes that the kids in this town are really weird. He says they don't goof around at all. It's like they're perfect. We see Jack and Clue skip off happily with their cash. Cut to much later.
Well, yeah, Clue goes, kids sure are strange. And then he produces the little crumpled up $5 bill and he goes, what's up?
A bit like he's going to smoke it or something.
What's that? I get $5, man. It's like $5. You're an adult.
I don't know if you could rent a movie for $5.
Jack snatches the $5 bill out of his hand and runs off with it. And he's like, "Hey, my $5!" and so chases after him. He's a college student.
I know.
He's got money.
I know.
What's going on?
He probably has like a favourite cafe to go and work in, you know?
Yeah.
$5.
What's up?
Anyway, we cut to Clue smoking his $5.
Clue bought a big bag of candy and the Lion King on VHS. He says
he's curled up on the floor weeping because Mufasa is dead.
Will he come back to life? He asks Jack through a mask of tears.
Will he come back? Will he be okay?
What does it mean? What does it mean to die?
His own lip trembling. Jack tries vainly to explain to Clue that in a way Mufasa will always be with Simba because he lives in him.
He says, is Grandma with Mufasa?
Oh, yes, Clue. What do you think Mufasa eats in heaven?
She's eating well up there.
Yeah. I mean, come on. If Mufasa goes to, like, heaven for lions must involve hunting. Like, it can't...
Yeah.
Oh, man, imagine if you went to heaven and it was exactly as advertised, except lions also went to heaven because they're the most majestic. The same heaven. Well, if you send them to a different heaven, there'll be no people to eat. Like, suppose you can send them to hell.
I don't think lions
but then, like,
preferred
it doesn't
food
seem
as
fair
people.
to send a lion to hell just to, you know? If I was a lion, I'd be like, yes, here I can hunt people.
Okay, what it
Everything
should
else
be.
is hell.
What it should be.
Yeah, go on.
Because lions, I agree, lions shouldn't go to hell because they're just following their natural
Because you
instincts.
agree with me that they're the most majestic animals. King of the jungle.
So what should happen is heaven is, I think, okay, lions are held in a sort of limbo for 23 hours a day.
Okay.
But for 1 hour a day, St. Peter opens the lion gate and lions flood heaven and can feast as much as they want.
Yeah.
But the angels in heaven are ready for it. So if there's anyone in heaven who's like being kind of a dick and they're like, oh, I wish this guy wasn't in heaven.
If there was anyone in heaven being kind of a dick, you'd question the process, wouldn't you?
Well, you know, but you've changed, don't you, over time? So they were very nice in life, and then they got into heaven, and they started getting a bit
right.
You know,
so it's like
they were like,
welcome
"Oh,
to
I'm
heaven,
great.
an
I made it to
eternity of
heaven."
paradise, but keep it on the straight and narrow, or an angel lion will eat you and drag your soul to hell."
Yeah, well, they lived a pious life full of like quiet contemplation. Then they get to heaven, and they're like, "Oh, great! Now it's all cocaine and guns."
I'm not comfortable with the idea of the lion spending 23 hours a day caged.
It's not caged. They're in an endless savannah.
Right. Okay.
And then 1 hour, then the gate is opened and they can go ham on the heaven jerks.
Okay, yeah. So if you're up in heaven having a lovely time and then all of a sudden Gabriel taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, come with me into this enclosure."
He says, "Hey," no, he'll be like, "Hey, we're having a cocktail party for heaven VIPs. If you want to come over to this enclosure." And you're like,
Finally.
"Well, about time, Gabriel."
All of my acting like a dick is paying off.
Yeah. Seems like nice guys finish last up here in heaven. Show me to the... Oh, no! Can they die in heaven? I don't know.
And the angel Gabriel of lions is like, "You're welcome, lions."
Yeah.
What if a lion starts to act like a dick?
then he's sent to there's a heaven for hunters, and there's like an hour a day.
There's a heaven
where,
for hunters.
Yeah, a special one. It's a hell for hunters, but they get 1 hour a day where they can hunt. And you send jerk lions there. They're like, "Hey, we're having a cocktail reception for the lion VIPs." For the antelopes and stuff.
Yeah.
Come and have an antelope. They're like, yeah, and they open the gate and they see a bunch of hunters with devil horns, and they're like, "Oh no."
Man.
Like Joe Pesci being shown into the room to become a made man. But then they realise.
Yeah, then they realise. Oh my god. Like
why are we talking about this?
Like Bob Hoskins at the end of the
Long
Friday.
Kiss Goodnight.
Long Good Friday. Long Good Friday, yeah, you know, when he's in the back of the car and he knows it's all up for him. That's the line.
Yeah, that's the line when they get to the lion cocktail reception and they realise.
Yeah, a very young Pierce Brosnan is holding a pistol at you. Pierce Brosnan's like, "That's right, I have a gun in heaven."
I smuggled it in. It's made of ceramic, so that 3D printed a gun and took it into heaven.
Did it set off the metal detector?
St. Peter doesn't know about 3D printed guns.
I think what we've learned is it's
I can
really
kill anyone I want in heaven with.
be he lion or man.
Oh my god. So that's what Clue's doing.
That's what Jack says to Clue. Okay. Right. So, yes, no. Okay. So, Annie visits the tour bus and finds Jack and Clue absorbed playing Game Boys. I think it's Game Boy Color.
I think it's Game Boy Color. Yeah, that came out late 90s. We see the box of a video game called Banglebye.
Yes.
The box depicts a gnomish homunculus in a bowler hat, winking and gesturing towards some gates.
Yeah.
There are some weird
gates of
plants.
heaven, you might say.
Yeah.
They do look like sort of heavenly gates.
Charitably, this looks like the box for a Spectrum game released in 1983.
Yeah.
Not something you could play on a PlayStation in the year 2000.
You have to bear in mind that, like, games with box art, like the box art for Street Fighter 2, have been out for almost a decade at this point. It's like, this is not good enough. Like, there is
if people were like distributing their own like copied tapes of a video game and they'd sort of try to do some art themselves with some felt tip pens.
Oh, you know what? If you showed me this and said, I bought this on a market and it's 100 Game Boy games in one, I'd be like, yeah, this tracks. This is what I would expect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To be on the cartridge.
The problem is Disney didn't have access to any artists, so unfortunately, they were unable to find anyone who could draw.
Or anyone who could imagine something good.
So this was unfortunately had to be drawn by Henry Winkler.
So it's like just like a sort of cartoon man in a pinstripe suit being like, look at these gates. Okay. Yeah. Why is it called Banglebye? What does that mean?
He's like, I know. He's like a sort of winking little homunculus.
Is Banglebye a phrase?
I don't think so.
Anyway.
So we pan up to Jack and Clue. They're playing this game on their Game Boy Colors. They have one box of Banglebye, and yet they're both playing it. It's not important, but...
I mean, the least of Bangleby's...
The least of Bangleby's crimes.
Yeah.
But apparently this box contained 2 Game Boy Color copies of Banglebye.
Hey, guys. What you playing?
It's a cool new game. It's called Banglebye.
Yeah, we got it 2 days for the price of one. You can't beat that.
What's it about?
It's hard to describe. You'd have to play it.
It resides here. You can get to it easily if you follow my every instruction. All you need to do is to get beyond the pendulum. The pendulum.
Yep, classic video game dialogue.
Also, I mean, younger listeners, if there are any of you, if so, thanks. Please tell your friends.
Sure.
Our listenership is aging at a dangerous rate.
Yeah. If TikTok's banned, then you've got to do something.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Yeah. Oh, well, look who came crawling to their end. Look who came
crawling to the millennials, asking what they find entertaining. Well, guess what? It's this.
Guess what? It's dunking on things that came out 20 years before you were born.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's good.
But if you are a younger listener, you may not know what digitized speech sounded like coming out of a Game Boy. It wasn't like this. There were about 3 Game Boy games that did speech for like 1 second each, and it was like that's what it sounded like. It was awful.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah,
that would have been
it, and that would have been the voice line. Like, there's no space on the cartridge for 2.
I had a copy of California Games on the Sega Master System.
Oh, yeah.
Which had digitized speech, and it was supposed to be like cool, gnarly Californian sounds.
Yeah.
And it would literally, you would start to play hacky sack, and it would go, and you'd be like, okay, well, that was probably something cool.
What did I have? I had one on the Game Boy that had cannon fodder. I had cannon fodder on the game.
Cannon fodder, yeah.
Cannon fodder on the Game Boy, and it had it had a full animated song at the beginning. It was the most.
I remember, yeah.
I
remember the song. I remember how it goes.
Yeah,
it's stuck in my head. Yeah.
It's just unlistenable. Look it up if you want to hurt your ears. Anyway,
yeah. What you don't see at the end of that clip is that Clue's eyes have now gone all Twilight Zone-y.
Oh yeah.
So we cut to breakfast. The Bells all look concerned at each other, and then we cut to Jack and Clue sat at the table. They are dressed like Wall Street bankers.
It is a gangbusters visual.
It's amazing. Clue is in a lemon yellow shirt and tie. Yep. Jack is in one of those contrasting collar shirts, wearing like suspenders and a patterned tie.
Yes.
They must have owned these clothes.
Oh yeah, they must have been on the...
They didn't go out and buy these clothes that morning. Clue is so delighted to receive $5. There's no way he's buying a new shirt and tie combination when he bemes Banglebye.
And also, that was late at night. So yeah, these things must have been either on the bus or they snuck upstairs and like stole them from... Maybe Janet has like a late husband or something who...
Yeah, he was some kind of Wall Street... He was a Gordon Gekko type.
Yeah, and she's never changed his room because she can't bear to face it, and they just sort of snuck in there and got all his smart clothes.
And again, all the cultural references in this episode are so 80s. It's like, this is what like Wall Street dudes looked like in the 80s, not in the year 2000.
Yes.
This is what video games were like in the 80s, not in the year 2000.
No, it is rubbish. Clue is sipping from a teacup. His hair is neatly combed. Jack politely asks if he can borrow the newspaper when Clue is done. This doesn't seem like them at all. I'm worried, says Clue, about your retirement nest egg. He's addressing his parents. He's worried that they're not investing sensibly. He says index funds.
Index funds. You need to diversify your portfolio.
My note here is that this actually isn't a bad idea, considering that the current retirement plan for Ned and Irene is, I suppose, to sell Molly's organs when she...
I think the current retirement plan is to jam the bus into a ravine. So Janet comes in to take breakfast orders. Oh, Clue, they got your favourite. Corned beef, hash and eggs, says Ned. Oh, no. I'll just have the fruit plate, says Clue. No grapes. Jack also orders the fruit plate. Molly orders a Denver omelette, and Jack warns her of the cholesterol. She needs to take a hard look at her diet, he says.
Although I think this is largely consistent with what Jack is like, sort of just...
True.
Generally.
I mean, to be fair, being Banglebye doesn't change Jack a lot. He's just as unpleasant.
I would say it subtly improves him.
Later, he's actually a lot nicer.
He is much nicer when brainwashed. Later on the bus, Annie and Bronk find Jack and Clue shining their shoes industriously, buffing them to a fine sheen. Isn't it a beautiful morning, says Jack, and he offers to restring Bronk's guitar for him.
Yeah, he says, your strings are pretty worn out there, which is pretty funny that professional guitarist Bronk hasn't noticed or done anything about this.
Yeah.
Restringing's a lot of work, Jack, says Bronk. No, it isn't. I reckon it would take... I restring guitars a couple of times a year. It takes about 20 minutes.
But Jack is like, no, it's no bother. Bronk can't believe that someone's about to restring his guitar for free. So he's like,
whoa, let's not de-brainwash these fellows too quickly.
Yeah, let's not deprogram Jack in an urgent way or anything. He's about to restring my guitar for free. Outside the bus, Annie finds an abandoned radio-controlled plane because, of course, young Kenny wants to do nothing but sit inside playing Banglebye on his PlayStation 1. Even though the plane is obviously expensive and delicate, she just wanders off with it and starts flying it.
Swooping it around. She's having a high old time, swooping it through the air.
I think they're really hard to fly, aren't they? Like model planes? I don't think
My dad got one when I was a kid, and it never flew once.
Really?
Yeah, it never flew once. I remember several afternoons.
Yeah.
He would go, I'd hear a lot of cursing from the garden.
Oh.
And then, all right, come on, son, come out and look at this. And then I would sit there and politely watch this thing trundle down the garden and crash into the pond. Was it supposed to do that, Father? No! Go back inside. Don't look.
We'll try again next year. Don't give up on me, son.
It became a sort of spider hotel, and then,
that's my experience with like complicated radio control things. Is they're really hard and don't work.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, anything more complicated than a car.
Yeah,
planes is well out.
Of course, you have to remember that this is Annie we're talking about, who just gets rid of all the wood that isn't the fife. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Instinctive genius and everything.
Probably just inventing a new instrument that's an RC plane. Anyway, the plane crashes eventually into the garden of those old weirdos, and they completely flip out.
I'm so sorry.
What's going on here?
Can't
you see my wife's not well?
I'm sorry.
Well, sorry's not good enough. My wife has a heart condition. The doctor told her to rest. Now, I have gone to a lot of trouble to make sure my wife is not disturbed. And it better stay that way.
I don't know if you had this note as well, Andy, but there's a delivery of a line in this when he says, "Don't you know my wife's unwell?" That is it's so choice. The way it sounds is so good. It's like the way he says it is like it's the reason to get married, to be able to say things like this. Like,
don't you know my wife's unwell?
Don't you know my wife's unwell?
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously no way Annie could have known that his wife was unwell, but this man is he's furious.
Yeah.
And Annie, like in tears, Annie staggers away from this interaction, emotionally destroyed.
Bruising. Andy, I'm suffering from terrible headaches ever since I started playing this video game. It's called Banglebye. I don't know if you've been getting on it. It's pretty good, though.
Yeah, I finished it easily.
Did you?
Yeah, I just
You
went
actually
past the
finished
pendulum.
it.
I just went past.
You went
the pendulum.
past. Oh.
Yeah, it was easy. The pendulum, because it's a pendulum, it goes back and forth. So there's like a lot of time when it's not there in the middle, and you can just sort of walk through.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think.
It's not
of
really
trying
much
that.
of an obstacle. It moves. The kind of the key thing about pendulums is they move out of the way all the time.
I thought the movements were supposed to be a clue as to the statues in the arboretum. Is that?
No.
Did I misread
it? Yeah. You've really messed up. What's this? You're having a headache. Have you seen the doctor?
No, I haven't seen a doctor. It's too much hassle. I don't know how to do it, and also I live in America. What can I do?
Well, Luke, you're in luck because there exists an app that is the answer to all of your questions. It is
Hooray!
ZocDoc, a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more.
I've just installed it on the American internet, and wow, this app looks pretty tasty. Appointments made through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, I'm seeing here on the app. And you can even score same-day appointments. This is extremely tasty app stuff.
That's right. If we needed a product like this is the one we would use. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/MCC to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/MCC. ZocDoc.com/MCC.
Oh, hey, Andy. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. Just here looking up Banglebye walkthroughs on the internet. This website looks like a good one. Banglebye walkthroughs, not a scam.ru, .cz, .it.
Andy, don't click that. Don't click that.
What? No, what? How am I supposed to know how to get past the I know I said in the last one I got past the pendulum, but I was lying to impress you.
Oh, you were lying. Oh,
yeah,
Andy.
I know.
Oh,
but
your
this
foolish pride. And now look at you.
This walkthrough will help me. What? No, attackers are stealing my information.
It's gone straight to Sony headquarters to inform them that you're making pirated Banglebye discs.
Oh no. Oh, how could I have prevented this from happening?
A Sony SWAT team is en route to your location. Andy, if only you had used a VPN like NordVPN. VPNs are a brilliant piece of technology, and NordVPN is frankly the best one. It's certainly the one that I've been using for a very, very long time and personally recommend. It makes it easy to protect yourself online and also to tell the internet that you're in a different country from where you are, which is useful for watching TV and movies and stuff and sports from other countries.
If you're interested in NordVPN, you can get the best discount off your NordVPN plan by going to nordvpn.com/momcan'tcook, all one word. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box.
Here comes Crash Bandicoot. He's training his rifle on you, Andy.
He's spinning into me.
He's spinning into...
Oh no, I shattered like a box. I was full of apples.
Let's all eat and enjoy. As she runs, Annie spots Clue and Jack strolling along in the sunshine, playing their Game Boys as if that's something that was even remotely possible.
Oh yeah,
with the Game Boys electroluminescent
you wouldn't be able to see
panel.
Wouldn't be able to see a thing.
Yeah, I mean, if they were sort of like squinting at it closely, or if they were
cupping it in their hands.
If she found Clue and Jack with their faces inside the neck of their t-shirt and their Game Boys like up the bottom of their t-shirt.
Yes,
that's how I used to play my Game Boy when I was on holiday.
And that's how you know this episode wasn't written by real gamers, is because they don't show Clue and Jack inside their own t-shirts playing Game Boy.
Exactly, like I did when I was on holiday, because I'm not a casual.
Yes.
Okay, so Annie puts it together, and I guess for want of anyone better being around, she takes Bronk to the local game store.
The local video rental store, but everything on every shelf is a copy of Banglebye. I'm telling you, she says, it has something to do with the game.
Yeah.
And then they see the copies of the game. Literally everything. There's no other product but Banglebye. Not much variety in this place, says Bronk. A sinister old man walks up. I've written, same one as before, ? Because before he was wearing a bucket hat, here he isn't, and he has had quite a generic old man face.
Yeah.
And then they interact as if they've never met each other. So I was like, oh, I guess it's not the same guy.
Even though Annie, the last thing that happened was he yelled at Annie, so she cried and had to run away.
Yeah, and now she's like, hello, and he's like, oh, hello, care to
Hello.
rent a game, young
Anything
lady?
I can help you with?
Yeah.
So they want to leave, but oh, don't go running off, he says in a mysterious way. I stock the most popular game in town, and the first night is free.
Yeah. And he says no, and he says, I said take it, and produces a copy. So Bronk snatches it. Sure thing, we'll give it a try, he says. I've written, this episode is 100% inspired by one of the writer's kids. These kids are always on those video games, aren't they? I've just had a dynamite idea for an episode. This must be how, like, every sci-fi short story author who's written a cautionary tale about AI art.
Yeah.
You ever think, what if it generated some sinister art?
Yeah.
Bet I'm the first one to have thought of that.
You're all very excited about AI, but sometimes it takes an outsider like me to hold a mirror up to the whole thing and say,
hey,
what if a bad thing were to happen?
What if a sinister? What if computers were bad? Yeah.
What if in amongst all of the happy things there was to be a murder?
This is
How would you feel then?
A so weird writer now would like look at their kid scrolling on TikTok and be like, God, it's hypnotizing them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just had a
Hypnotising
dynamite idea for a Black Mirror.
Yeah, and then you would get the episode, and they're all on MySpace or something, or like Friends Reunited.
Yeah, the episode comes out, and they're all on an ICQ chat room. Like, well, I've certainly skewered the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Get my kudos.
And at the end, all the kids are like, well, I guess maybe I should uninstall MySpace.
And they all have done. None of them are on it.
And they all uninstalled MySpace from their phone's hard drives.
They all uninstalled MySpace from their Game Boy Colors. And the world was peace. All was peace.
Okay, so Bronk has snatched a copy on disc. When they get home...
Sorry, Banglebye isn't even the sort of thing a video game would be called.
Yeah, Banglebye.
Banglebye. It's not,
Banglebye.
again,
Banglebye.
it's the sort of thing that video games were called in the 80s.
Yeah.
When it was like Asteroids and Pac-Man and Defender and things.
Yeah,
and they would
and
have weird names like Zork and like...
Yeah, and it was all like, oh, what I've done is I've made a digital version of this like boring old card game that like no one plays anymore. You're not like
or
it's
like
kind of like
unbelievably
dominoes or
weak
checkers
platform game, and it's called Banglebye, and the main character is a little weirdo called Banglebye, and you never hear of it again.
Yeah.
Games in the year 2000 were called things like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, they were called things like Sonic Adventure.
They were called things like Resident Evil 3.
And Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah, it's not Banglebye. Okay, which do you think is a more embarrassing attempt to write a episode about video games? This or the X-Files episode about virtual reality?
Ooh.
Which is a more kind of embarrassing own goal, like show that you know nothing about what you're talking about on the behalf of the writer?
Gosh.
This or the X-Files virtual reality episode where Mulder goes into the virtual reality world and does all gunfights and there's a sexy lady with a sword?
Oh, man. You know what? If one of them had, like, gunfights and a sexy lady with a sword, I would say it's, like, a lot closer
Still, yeah,
to...
better.
Yeah, like, that's a lot closer to, you know, video games.
Yeah, than what
Like,
this is.
In 2024, most video games will still feature a gunfight and a sexy lady with a sword. So I'm going to
true.
say... But in the year 2000, I don't think there were many games like Banglebye around. So yeah, Banglebye is the more embarrassing one.
I don't know if you've seen how many games in 2025 feature a woman with a sword, but it's all of them.
Yeah,
it's all of them.
It's quite a lot, yeah. So X-Files called it. Nice one.
X-Files called it, yeah. So
yeah.
walking back to the bus, Annie knows something's up with Banglebye. She just doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
You're not going to play it to find out, right? Says Bronk. You think I'm crazy, says Annie.
No way.
Although it is tempting looking at this homunculus in a bowler hat. Who knows what adventures he has.
Little cartoon of a homunculus. But that night, as Annie observes...
Yeah, so she's watching from an upstairs window at night. Inside the bus, lights glow.
Oh, yeah.
Annie sees it from her room and she knows that the boys are Banglebyeing like crazy in there.
Yeah, of course. Well, she looks at the bus and sees it's lit up blue, the telltale signs of two dazzling Game Boy screens.
There's the dazzling screen of a Game Boy Color.
The floodlit night of a Game Boy Color screen. I hope the boys are wearing their sunglasses. So She realises that she simply must know, and she prepares to slide the Banglebye disc into her Apple iBook laptop.
The great thing about Banglebye and why it's so popular is it will run on anything.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good to be able to play Banglebye on my... I mean, it's the dream, isn't it? That you can...
Did the iBook even have a CD-ROM drive?
You can start playing Banglebye on your Apple iBook and then pick up right where you left off on your Game Boy Color.
On your Game Boy Color. So the CD case of Banglebye sits on top of her iBook. She opens the case and looks at the CD. There are some, like, I think what are supposed to be screenshots on the inside of the case.
Yeah.
And one of them looks like a guy's eyes falling out of his head.
What? I missed that. I'm so annoyed. I was like desperately sort of looking for Banglebye screenshots.
I think that's what it is. It's really hard to see, but it looks like a man bending over and sort of yellow stuff is pouring out of his eye sockets.
Good. Hey, I mean, I would probably play that. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yellow stuff coming out of eye sockets. Count me in.
Let me see if I can find it, because it was really hard to see and I don't want to oversell it.
Yeah.
But
while you're looking it, did a little fact check. Yes, the iBook did have a CD drive. So
okay, great.
It all holds together very well.
It's all very factually accurate.
Yeah.
13 minutes and 30 seconds. Just freeze frame it.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, it's a little fellow with a pink shirt, sort of doubled over as if you were vomiting in an alley, but the vomit appears to be pouring out of his eye socket. Damn, Banglebye kicks ass.
Banglebye rules.
There's a move in Banglebye where you can vomit your brain out of your eyes.
You can vomit out of your eyes, so it's good. So Annie is apparently about to try Banglebye.
Oh,
we cut to the morning. Annie is wearing a polo shirt and talking to old man Grumpus, whatever his name was. Isn't it a lovely morning, she says. How do you like Banglebye, he says. It might be the best game I've ever played,
says Annie in a very sweet way.
Yeah.
She's in the garden and she says she's baked. I've baked your wife some cookies to apologise for the disturbance the other day. It looks like Annie has been Banglebye'd senseless.
Yep.
The wife, for her part, sits in her chair, staring vacantly. Then Annie finds an old scrapbook full of clippings from a circus.
Just open on the lawn. There's an old photo album.
An old circus scrapbook. Just here on the lawn.
Just on the floor in the garden.
Where you expect to find a scrapbook full of circus clippings.
Yeah, there appears to be a circus scrapbook full of photos of you and your wife.
This is all about the secret and exciting history of these two old randos.
Now, how are we going to introduce the fact that they were in the circus? Well, we'll have to introduce it organically, like, for example, having an open photo album of their memories lying around in their garden.
Like,
yeah, that'll do.
Sitting on the lawn.
Just sitting on the lawn.
As Annie picks this up and flips through it, we see posters and advertisements clipped out for an incredible stage hypnotist called The Great Volmar.
Yeah.
Captivating audiences both young and old, the headlines read.
Well, it doesn't say that he was a hypnotist. There's a picture of him in evening dress holding a sign that says The Great Volmar. It doesn't say what it was.
Evening dress is very charitable. It looks like he's dressed for a sex party at the Overlook Hotel.
Yes.
It looks like you'd sort of glimpse him through the door doing something with a bear.
He is wearing a sort of Robin from Batman eye mask.
Yeah, he is really.
It turns out his wife was a tightrope walker. And he's like, I'm off to open the shop now. I've written... So it was him before, but they just didn't make any reference to having met previously.
No.
Okay.
No. He is and remains the Great Volmar. So he reminisces before he leaves about his wife, the woman in the chair, when she was a trapeze artist or whatever. She was the most beautiful woman in the world, he muses, way, way up on the high wire. It must have been scary, says Annie. Oh, no, she loved the challenge. Challenge is what she lived for. And he regards his wife, who now just sort of sits there staring vacantly. She appears to be suffering with some sort of... Well, I mean, we'll get into what she's suffering from. It's total nonsense, I guess. Anyway, when he's gone, Annie tries to rouse any kind of response from Mrs. Johnson, the wife in the chair. She says that the garden is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't used to be like this, Mrs. Johnson murmurs.
Yeah.
There was a time the children around here were always ruining it.
So what happens, says Annie? They stopped, she says. Now life is perfect, she says sadly. At the Banglebye shop, it's closed, but Bronk and Annie sort of just let themselves in. In the back room, old man Johnson is writing copies of Banglebye to CDRs.
I spent way too long trying to find any details on the machine he's using.
It's a Sony Discman with the cover taken off, isn't it?
Well, it's like he's got like a sort of room-sized kind of. He's got like an industrial CD writing machine or something that he's kind of like sort of writing these things to. Presumably, he's also got like cartridge manufacturing and like for all the other Super NES.
No, I think they're just putting CDs into their Game Boy Colors. So
just cramming a CD into the
top. A CD that's wider than a Game Boy Color.
Yeah. This presumably is where the Great Volmar injects the code string onto the disc that would allow an unlicensed game to run on a PlayStation, because there's absolutely no way, right, that the Great Volmar has submitted his game to certification at Sony. There's no way that the copy that Clue and Jack were playing has the official Nintendo seal of quality on it, right?
Great news, everyone. Banglebye has gone gold. We will be sending out review copies this week.
Or consider perhaps the Great Volmar has hypnotised Sony. Like,
that's true.
You will approve my game for international distribution.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Hiroki Totoki, the chairman of Sony Interactive Entertainment, wandered into the shop once looking for directions, and he was able to...
He was quickly hypnotised. Excuse me, can you tell me the way to E3? My eyes! I will approve Banglebye for the PlayStation.
Banglebye is certified for PlayStation.
And while you're at it, also approve Bubsy.
Yeah.
I've also made Bubsy.
Also, can we get a second Dino Crisis? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they'll all come out. Who's this pulling up outside looking for directions? It's Shigeru Miyamoto. He's lost. Luckily.
Oh no, Mr. Banglebye, or whatever your name is. The Nintendo seal of quality is something we take very seriously. Banglebye will ship with every Game Boy Advance.
Banglebye 2 is a launch title for the Switch 2.
Okay.
So Annie and Bronk demand to know what he's doing back here in his knockoff CD-ROM factory.
Also, like, at his CD-ROM factory, voice lines from the game are playing, so I don't know exactly, like, what this machine is doing, but it's saying, you're almost there. Now you must get past the pendulum. You know, like you would do in a video game.
Like in a video game.
Always getting past pendulums.
You've got to get past things, don't you, in a video game?
Probably a bit where Lara Croft gets past a pendulum or something, like in a
probably
in a big clock, or I don't know.
So old man Johnson comes out of a side hatch. You never really played the game, he says. No, we didn't, says Bronk. I've written, why are you here, Bronk? You're an adult. You know. It's fine. What has it done to the kids in town? Turned them into the quiet, polite kids they ought to be, says Johnson. Gave my wife the peace and quiet she needs.
He explains his grand scheme.
So she can sit in her garden all day and never move a muscle?
It's better that than... She had a heart attack, you know. It was those noisy kids running and shouting and trampling all over her flowers.
So you invented Banglebye?
Well, I was desperate to do something, anything to give her peace. So, I went back to the old days, when I was the Great Volmar.
I thought you were a magician.
And a hypnotist. I was one of the best.
Wait, so you've hypnotized these kids with that game?
Well, it worked, didn't it? Look how calm and quiet the town is now. And my wife, she can sit in her garden and relax.
Mr. Johnson, you said your wife lived for the challenge of the High Wire Act. If she lives for challenges, but then you've taken them all away.
Maybe those noisy kids kept her vital. Gave her a reason to live.
Okay, so...
I simply invented Banglebye. How did you get it to run on a game?
Simply programmed and developed a computer game that runs on everything.
Well, again, he didn't say it yet that he was a hypnotist.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
When he says, I went back to the old days when I was the Great Volmar, maybe the Great Volmar was a video game developer.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, he does go on to say that he was a hypnotist, one of the best. So what he did was he was an old vaudeville circus hypnotist.
Yes.
And he took those skills
They're very transferable skills.
And he simply made a video game.
You know, most of Valve, when it started, was stage hypnotists. They were all sorts of jugglers and unicyclists. Vaudevillian performers.
So they would go up and they would sort of like music hall comedians. They would go up and speak their routine onto a CD.
Yeah.
They would just sort of shout their routine at a CD. And then once one of them accidentally, it was a sort of mix up in Valve. One of them accidentally shouted Half-Life onto a CD. and then that got copied and sort of handed around, and everyone was like, "This is good, actually."
Damn, Half-Life is good.
And that comedian was Gabe Newell.
Oh my God. Also, let's talk about the wife situation. If a kid's ball crushing your flowers gives you a heart attack, that's a question for your cardiologist, not the kids. Yeah. Like, that's the thing to change in this situation, is not the children in the garden.
Do you know what's easier than programming a hypnotic video game from scratch that can run on Game Boys and PlayStations?
Moving house.
Putting up a bigger fence. Yeah. I don't know. Some kind of net.
Putting up a big fence, putting up a net, moving house, maybe like finding a nice
putting
room
your wife
indoors,
on statins,
get an allotment or something so that she can garden somewhere with. Also, like, how regularly is the garden being crushed? This is they're not playing football in her garden. It's just like a piece of communal land adjacent to the garden. I struggle to believe that more than once a week a ball comes into the garden. It's like
crashing catastrophically into the garden. Yes. He's like, it's the third time this year. There's nothing for it. I'll have to invent a video game. I'll have to invent Banglebye.
She's like, dear, would you be a darling and bring me my heart medicine? Is there no time, sweetie?
I'm sitting here learning C++.
No time. I'm having a hell of a time getting Banglebye to run on the Dreamcast VMU.
I'm using a trial version of Unity and it runs out in a couple of hours, darling. So.
Oh my God. Even if you're right, he says to Annie, even if you're right that it's wrong to brainwash all the children, I can't stop it now, he says. I can't uninvent a game. And then Bronk, as usual, comes in clutch with the healing suggestion.
Yeah.
Then make a new one. Banglebye 2.
Banglebye 2 Origins. Old Man Johnson smiles. We cut to him putting a poster
he's
in.
Done it.
He's done it. He puts a poster in his window. Banglebye 2.
We cut to later that afternoon when the game is finished.
They have not sprung for new art. It is the same picture of a gnome in a bowler hat. The colours are different.
But now it says 2 on it.
There's a star that says all new. Better than ever, continues the poster. Bring in your copy of Banglebye 1 for a free exchange. It's, of course, the Sony business model.
Yeah, Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, bring in your copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 for a free Metal Gear Solid 4. Well, you bought in your copy of The Last of Us 1 and you got The Last of Us 2 for free, didn't you?
Yeah, and then you bring in The Last of Us 2 and you get The Last of Us Part 1 remastered. And on and on.
And on, forever.
Why is the art like this? It's so horrible.
It's so bad. We're going to have to put the art on the...
Yeah, we'll put it on Instagram so that you don't have to watch. It's so weird. Cut to... Later that afternoon, there is an enormous queue of kids waiting to receive their copy of Banglebye 2. You have a wonderful day, say a grateful and neat Clue and Jack as they receive their copy of Banglebye 2.
Yeah, Bronk is there handing out copies.
Why is
They're
Bronk
impressed.
Involved in
I don't know why.
How long are they in this town? Aren't they?
Get a girlfriend, Bronk. Get a hobby or something. Yeah.
So the great Volmar is shoveling armfuls of Banglebye 2 copies into the arms of Bronk.
He's making them as fast as he can, he says.
Yeah. His sort of CD machine is sort of
smoking and
spinning and hot. On the bus, we see Jack and Clue fire up Banglebye 2 on their Game Boys. This should be quite an enjoyable experience, says a brainwashed Jack. Oh ye, verily, says Clue. Who must have got a glitched copy of Banglebye that turned him into a sort of capering medieval person.
I've written Clue as overshot polite and ended up in Renaissance fair. Yeah. Oh, yay, verily.
It's not just polite, is it? It's courtly.
I don't think he's brainwashed at all. I don't think he played Banglebye. He's just going along.
Yeah.
He just doesn't understand what's happening. This is what we're doing now. Oh yay, verily.
Oh yay, verily.
They slide the cartridges into their Game Boy Colors. Again, yeah, presumably he has some sort of cartridge manufacturing.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I mean he'd have to. Yeah. Their faces are lit so brilliant blue as the Game Boy's 4cm screen blasts out its trademark brilliant light.
Plus his white hot beam into their face. Their skulls beneath the flesh is revealed.
They squint in pain. Welcome to Banglebye 2.
And Banglebye 2 fires up. The spell will be over, says the narration. You've succeeded. Congratulations.
It says, you must retrieve the golden sword and take it past the pendulum once again. I mean, look, I know that the video games industry has a sequel problem. And it feels like all the innovation is gone. But if I fired up Banglebye 2 and it was like, guess what? Take it to the pendulum again.
Take the golden sword past the pendulum.
Past the pendulum.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it different in any way?
Yeah.
No.
And when you do, the spell will be over. So I guess they take the golden sword past the pendulum. We see their eyes flash and the spirals dissipate.
I hate this so much. It's like they know that hypnotists use pendulums to hypnotize people.
Yeah.
So like, the game would probably feature a pendulum. But it's just a man describing a pendulum.
He's not even describing a pendulum. He's just saying you want to take a sword to a pendulum. Past the pendulum. Don't look at the pendulum.
You don't have to use the sword to like fight anything. You don't have to stop the pendulum. You have to pick up a sword and carry it to a pendulum.
Well, presumably
all of this could be avoided if they just showed us the fucking game.
Well, he must have programmed the brainwashing to start almost immediately. I don't know why there's all this golden sword stuff. Just be like, bleep, 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 be normal now. Bleep,
you
bleep,
are
bleep.
under the control. Yeah, blip, blip, blip. You are hypnotized by me, the great Velmar. Bleep, bleep, blip.
Yeah.
Don't annoy my wife. Bleep, bleep.
Thanks. The kids are like, who's your wife? Yeah, why did he brainwash the children to be like good in school and all the rest? Why didn't he just program them to like not play soccer outside my house?
Imagine if Metal Gear Solid 6 was just Hideo Kojima saying,
Stop bothering my wife.
Hey, kids in Tokyo where I live. Stop kicking those balls around in the street. All right. Anyway, here's my new character. He's called No Ballsman. He's called No Kick Ball Man.
Entirely too plausible.
He's called No Kick Ball Man. He's played by Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Or someone who I want to hang out with. Yeah. And that's it. Here's a photo of me and him stood by that weird statue in my office.
I love the idea of game developers using their games to sort of slip in subconscious messages that just refer to something that's going on in their life right then and there.
Like the final mission of Assassin's Creed Shadows is you've got to go to the council and complain about the bins not being taken out when they're supposed to.
You fire up like a Link to the Past, and the first thing Link does is he goes to Shigeru Miyamoto's house, and you have to go and get him a more reasonable quote on a new pool.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so stupid. So it goes, you've succeeded, congratulations. The swirl disappears in the boy's eyes. I hate to say it, Jack, but I'm getting kind of bored of this game, says Clue. Me too, says Jack. What do you say we go toss around the football? You're going down, baby, says Clue. They roughhouse and enjoy it.
Yeah.
We see the town kids kicking the ball around. Mrs. Johnson observes them. The ball is lofted into her yard. It lands and crushes some flowers. Oh my goodness, she says, and has a massive fatal heart attack.
This is the funniest ending to an episode ever. Because I was 100% expecting that the thing was that it's like, oh, these kids, the ball's always coming into my yard. It's so annoying. That's probably what's making my wife's heart frail. But in fact, she loved the children and she loved seeing the children play. But in fact,
destroying her garden.
Turns out that the only thing keeping her alive is screaming at random children. So we see the ball crush a flower bed and she leaps out of her chair, energized by hatred. She starts screaming at this boy and he runs away crying.
She's like, you piece of shit. Get out of my garden, I'll fucking kill you. He runs away.
And then
she's like, I've never felt so alive.
She turns to the Great Volmar and says, "Bring me my gloves and shears, and don't count on an early dinner. I've got work to do."
And so, yeah, regenerated by screaming at a small child, she gets about her work.
Yeah. "Welcome back, honey," smiles the Great Volmar, observing this horrible woman pedantically replanting flowers in some sort of anxious panic. She looks like she's about to have a heart attack. She doesn't look energized. She looks like she's suffering from terrible flower-related rage and anxiety.
Oh, it's so funny. I think maybe the only way it would have been funnier is if the ball was lofted into a yard and she immediately had a massive fatal heart attack.
The ball hit her in the heart.
Dislodged her pacemaker.
And then the kid shouted,
time for Banglebye 3.
Sucks.
Banglebye sucks, old man.
Banglebye 3. Necromance my wife.
Oh, God. We see Kenny run back out with his planes. Molly leaves the B&B.
Okay. Just when you said there's the only thing that could be funny, I actually think the way this episode ends is actually funnier because... And as they all leave Janet's B&B, Janet says to Molly, "I never got a chance to ask you how your talk at the school went." And it becomes very clear that the writers of this episode forgot that they were supposed to have Molly doing a talk. That it opens with like, "Well, Molly, we're all excited for your big talk to the 7th graders." And then at the end, "Oh, Molly, we never got a chance to ask how your talk went."
And Molly says it went badly.
Molly says, she's like, "Oh, well, let's just say I have new respect for teachers."
Like it was a real show.
They definitely 100% finished writing the episode and they were like, "Oh no, weren't we supposed to do didn't we promise some sort of Molly education?"
We'll have a line of dialogue. It's fine. Ned asks Clue about investing in the stock market, and Clue says, "Actually, Dad, I'm kind of soured on the stock business. You can't eat a stock. You can't drive it. You can't surf on a stock. What you should invest in is a good surfboard." And everyone's like, okay.
And as they leave, Kenny the boy nearly flies his plane into his mum's face. She shouts at him, "All is well." The end.
All is peace.
All is peace. Because these dang kids have finally got off their Amstrads and got out into the real world.
Got out to the real world where they're causing immeasurable harm with footballs and planes.
Flying heart attack planes into the neighbours.
Flies a plane directly into Old Man Johnson's face. The propeller minces his head off his shoulders. Oh God.
Oh, Banglebye.
So that was Banglebye. He just kicks ass. It's so good.
I can't believe how bad they effed up the video games episode.
It's like the worst anyone's ever f***ed up anything.
Why is anything in this episode the way it is? It's so frustrating. Oh, man.
Please look at our Instagram and look at the cover art for Banglebye, please.
Please.
You have to see it.
You have to see it to believe it. God, I wish we saw the game. It would not be so hard.
Okay, we need to stop talking now because my face hurts. But thank you so much for being an Extra Helpings patron. We appreciate all of you. There are additional tiers available. You know where to go. Patreon.com/Extra Helpings. We love all of you. Thank you so much.
Now it's time to say,
Luke,
Bangle, bye-bye.
Bangle bye-bye.
We'll
be back next time.
What are we doing next?
We'll be back next time for Rewind, Season 3, Episode 7.
Okay.
Annie discovers a cryptic, incomprehensible message on her audio track when... Oh, God, it's too long for the... Hang on. Annie discovers a cryptic, incomprehensible message on her audio track when played backwards.
Hang on, sorry, say that again.
Annie discovers a cryptic, incomprehensible message on her audio track.
Good, makes
when
sense
played
so
backwards.
Far. When played backwards. When Annie is played backwards.
Yeah, I mean, that the sentence as written does mean that, yeah. So... All right, thank you for listening. I'm going to go and lie down.
Thank you. Yeah, I need to go and lie down and think about Banglebye.
Think about Banglebye. But just remember, it's the pendulum.
The pendulum. Get this golden sword to the pendulum. And if you have a problem in your life, simply make Banglebye.
Simply invent Banglebye.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.